All right, welcome to another episode of A Look Inside Cleveland. I am Nakir. Today we are going to be talking about swimming pools, safety, and summer safety. Guys, what do you think about what's going on as far as kids getting stuck in pools and ending up dying because they're drowned or getting stuck in a hot car? What do you guys think about this?
Well, my thing with the swimming pool thing, like whether your kid is 6 years old, 13, a kid should never be left unattended in a pool. Like I watched a video and literally this 5-year-old was underwater unnoticed for 4 minutes and his body was just floating, and finally like his body floated and tapped on somebody and the lady pulled him up and like they were able to resuscitate him and save his life. He had no major injuries or anything, but it's just like, how do you take your child to a swimming pool, to the beach, and you just let your child just be unattended, especially for that long? Like,
somebody need to call CPS.
Yeah, because that's just the mother ended up getting fined and everything
she needs to
like
be
that.
taken to prison.
Yeah, as far as like leaving your kid in a hot car, that's just stupid to me. Like, I don't know, I can't just leave my kid in the car for hours.
There are cars to me specifically to carry kids, but
Yeah.
My take on this is, I feel like as a young person who, when I first started swimming, I did not know that if I go into the deep end, that if the water comes over my nostrils and my mouth, that I won't be able to breathe and supply oxygen. I feel like adults need to teach their kids, like, oh, you will die from this type of stuff. That's why with my sister, she used to mess around and dangle with the water, but I was right near her, and like we went to the deep end, and like she liked it to be right there. And then after some seconds, she realized I'm not supplying oxygen. And then after that, that's when we got out the water, and then she really knows the difference between the short end and the deep end. And she don't go near no type of water whatsoever. She's very, very cautious. Even with my little brother, he don't go near no type of water because he thought that he could be in water and nothing happen to him. But it's just something that they got to teach their kids.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. Like,
It's a mental
you don't
thing.
want your kids to be scared and not enjoy summer because they think something gonna happen to them. Like, you just gotta make sure, like, that's what the flotation devices are for.
Mhm.
That's as a parent, that's what you are there for. Like, when I go to the beach with my daughter, anywhere above my waist, I'm not going. And if I gotta keep her up on me anyway, cause she's little, so I can make sure I keep her close. Or if she does go out, I make sure she goes out with somebody that can hold her up, that can swim. Like, I don't let her go too far, like, so she's never unattended.
As an adult or some teenager, if you have more than one kid with you, I feel like you should have the same amount of adults watching as there is children. If it's one of me and 3 kids, you're gonna get distracted with one, and then one could be over there dead. So I feel like one gonna have to stay back while I go and y'all take turns, because that's right there, that's dangerous.
But it's like, even like in the video, it was just like random adults, just the fact that there are people who don't even know this child. Like, y'all really just don't see a whole entire body just underneath water. That's what kind of like bothered me. It was like 3 different adults just walked past him. Like, he's like trying to pull himself back up, and he couldn't because he had nothing to grab onto, and they just kept.
That's why they need to have them ladders. They only have like 2 ladders in water. They need to have one at this area, the middle, and the end. And they need to have like 6 of them ladders. Cause I nearly drowned before at a hotel, and it was all these adults here. I'm over there waving my hand and like this, saying I'm drowning. Everybody think I'm just playing. Had it not been for that ladder, I would have been dead. And I feel like they need to have more ladders in that water.
I think this situation shows us how important it is for, every single person to be mindful. Each of us has a duty, like Michelle said, just walking by the pool. I mean,
just glance in the water. And
just glance, just take a look around, be mindful of what's going on, because, your 5 minutes when you may be on your phone or be thinking about something,
life.
You could be saving someone's life.
I'm also like trying to wonder why that kid was, because every community pool, if not, has a kiddie pool area where the water is like 2 feet, 3 feet, if most. I was like just thinking about it and wondering like why he was
in
a 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot deep pool. Anyways, with like, it just, as a kid, I don't know, it just registered to me, like as a kid, if I see more teenagers, adults in this pool, I'm obviously not supposed to be in it, you know, because I went to camp as a kid, like when I was younger. We always went to the pool. We went to a pool where there wasn't a kiddie pool, but our camp counselors made sure that they were teaching us how to float and making sure if you didn't know how to float, they have floaties to supply, stuff like that. But they made sure, like, to teach us that, and I feel like parents in this generation today, like younger parents and like stuff like that, should make sure that their kids learn how to swim, because my mom definitely made sure that me and my brother knew how to float and at least hold our breaths underwater. So I think it should be important, if you have a little kid, make sure that they know how to swim, or at least are used to water or have been in water, even if they put their toe in it, like they've been in it, like, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's an important thing for parents to just try and
be responsible.
Yeah.
You know, treat your kid like they're the most important, most prized possession that you have.
They're supposed to be.
And
For most parents, they are supposed to be.
And following up on leaving kids in the car, my take on that is, I feel like wherever I go, no matter if it's with my siblings have to come with me regardless or not. Like, I don't even leave my dog in the car. If I am, I'll probably turn the air conditioner on, AC on, or have it where I can see inside the car.
It's like, to me, it's like a time frame. Like, if you run in the store like 2 seconds, maybe a minute and a half,
cool.
that's decent. But to leave a child unattended in a hot car in the middle of the summer, beginning of the summer, no AC, no windows cracked for 2 hours to run into Walmart so you can go shopping, and you don't feel like hearing your kid, "Mommy, pick this up, pick that." Whatever store you're going into, they're going to ask for 101 things anyway. So you better off just bring them in the store. Because now you in more trouble for leaving them in the car unattended for 2 hours compared to picking up 2 extra items that you didn't want to buy when you went to the store.
I get hot just by being in the car for 1 minute. Just imagine being
in the car for 2 hours.
And
a child at that, they're not built with the strength that we are. We could sit in a hot room for an hour, hour and a half, and just sweat and be okay. A child, their mentality, they're just different. Like,
they ain't fully developed like that. That's why when babies is born, they have to be in a house because they can't
maybe this, that. Maybe the situation could bring insight into parenting, and set a standard for.
They've been talking about this whole not leaving kids in the car since I was a little child.
It's becoming more common than not common. So I would think just
people not learning.
Parents just stop being lazy. Just take your child into the store, or just don't go to the store. Just stay home until you can find somebody to sit with the baby while I run to the store.
It seems like it's pure ignorance too.
Yeah.
You just don't want to take your child in there.
One thing that I think is the reason why they don't bring their kids in, or they don't leave the windows down, is because there is people in the world that see oh, there's a kid in the car, there's a window down, this is my opportunity, to either steal the car and the kid, or just take the kid. So, I mean, if you're not going to keep an eye on them in the store and you're just going to leave them in a hot car, what, I don't remember.
Do you think they deserve to have a kid then?
No,
but they should try and find, call your mama, call your brother, cousin, whoever's around you, your best friend that you trust when your kids, say, hey, can you come watch them?
People be going to casinos and stuff, leaving kids in the car gambling for 2 to 3 hours.
Right, and then your car's in the parking garage with that.
And people don't see that.
So it's just what are you doing? Is losing your money to win $2 or $3 really worth losing your kid?
And
that's what I'm saying.
freedom.
If you going to the store, you run in Walmart. Yeah, the kids gonna see a toy, they're gonna see candy. It's what is it to spend $10, $15 more on one little item compared to hundreds of dollars of fines?
You had an option to say no.
Jail,
with the pictures. I'm
child
no.
being taken away.
It gives us an opportunity to re-educate the younger generations. They need every 5-10 years you got to kind of sharpen yourself, or re-educate things you may have forgotten. I think the situation sheds a light on you know, the importance of parenting, the responsibility of parenting.
Now, as far as that, do you think some type of parenting class should be taught at least early on in high school, or how to take care of
They
their
need
child?
to do that. I feel like they need to do that. Some people need to take tests before they allow to have kids. Even though it's their body and their stuff, they need to take a test to make sure that they liable to keep that kid. Honestly.
Common sense isn't common to everyone.
It's not,
It's-
and like I said, as the years go on, it's becoming worse. But for like just for summer references, like for the kids for the pool, make sure they have their floating devices. If your kid can't swim and you want to put them in the water, stay close to them, stay aware. Make sure you're somewhere where there's lifeguards. The parents that's leaving the kids in the car, just don't.
It's
do
a
it.
mental thing.
It's true.
I'm an older brother. When I take my siblings somewhere, it's three of them. They be taking off their shoes, taking off clothes and shirts. Even if I have to make a run, I still go in the back, put on their shoes, their clothes, and take all three of them in there because I really don't care. It's like I'm not in no rush. It's like it don't matter. Those are my siblings. I value them living.
All right, well, I hate to interrupt, but we do have to wrap this up. Just to reiterate what everyone said, just be careful out there. Watch your children, make sure that they can swim, get as many swim lessons in as possible. Again, I am Nakir. We also have
Michelle.
Kala.
JoJo.
This has been a Look Inside Cleveland. Thanks.